Only one place to start, Graham. Will you be watching the Rugby World Cup final on Saturday morning, or now Ireland are out? Is the last thing you'll be wanting to watch?
Who's playing?
England, South Africa.
In fairness to Pat Lam, he did call South Africa, so it was a call, and that was a month before the tournament started. So he may well know what he's talking about, Pat.
I did wonder on a serious, it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning. What do the team do on a Saturday morning before a match? Will they watch it, or will you be preparing for the match?
Well, normally they'll have breakfast. The time will be theirs. Saturday morning they can watch the game. I'll probably have a look at it myself, to be fair. So we'll go for a walk then later on, probably 11, and then we'll have some pre-match. We'll go through some bits and pieces, obviously. Reiterate what we've done Thursday, Friday on the opposition and on ourselves. But yeah, the lads should have enough time to watch the game, and I'm sure they'll all be interested in it as well, to be fair.
You must have been pleased with the positives from your last game against Portsmouth, and now looking to carry that into the game with Rochdale this weekend.
Positives. I was pleased with the character that was shown. Come back from 2-0 down. I was pleased to take a point from being 2-0 down. I wasn't best pleased with being 2 down and the manner in which we conceded. So yes, there was some positives. There was a lot of character, a lot of grit, a lot of determination, and let's be honest, the crowd played a massive part in us getting back in the game. So in fairness to them, they deserve it, and that was a point. You always look over the course of the season when you're not in games or you haven't been playing well, and the crowd gets you points. So that was certainly a point from the crowd on Saturday. They played their part. They dragged us back into the game. They kept believing in us, and they kept us going. And it was a real atmosphere on Saturday as well. So fair play to all involved, all attended in the conditions as well.
And with Liam Sercombe, who made an impact as a sub, are you tempted to start him this weekend, or do you have to be careful with his match fitness?
Well, the modern day footballer, the modern day medics, the sports science, they all like to wrap the players up in cotton wool, and they might like them to tick all these boxes and do things properly and what have you, before they actually let the player free and loose and have full involvement. I do like my players to complete full training sessions, 1 or 2, minimum of 2, leading into a game. So let's have a look at the next day or two. Let's see where Liam is. Let's see how he's doing. But yeah, it was very early to chuck him back in last week. It was a little bit of a risk. But as you quite rightly said, it was probably a risk worth taking. Risk be reward, and I think the risk, we got the reward last Saturday with Serk's performance. Now, can Serk's do a little bit more for us this weekend? Can he do probably a half an hour, probably 45 minutes, probably an hour? Can he do that for us? Is still unclear. Or you're asking me, back in my day, I used to just declare myself fit, and that was it. I wouldn't have medics or these professional people tell me whether I am or I amn't. I was always fit and ready to go, even when I was only half fit.
It was encouraging to see Tariq feature for the under-23s against Portsmouth. How close is he to a first-team return?
Well, you would have seen yourself, yeah. It was good to have him back. It was great to have him back on the grass. He's done a couple of sessions with us as well. He's been working hard off the field. Not like last year, where I just come into the physio room on a Thursday before the Sunderland game, and I just said to Tariq, go on, you're going in the team on Saturday. So I think we'll be a little bit more cautious this time round. But he seemed to cope with that last season. Talk about being chucked in at the deep end. So sometimes, like I say, refer back to the Liam Sercombe situation. Sometimes it's best when you just chuck these people in at the deep end, and it's a coping mechanism. So Tariq he's an experienced lad. He knows where he is. He knows what he can do. Shades of rustiness on Tuesday. But I think we're fortunate enough that we don't have to just chuck him back in. We don't have to take massive risks with him. So I'll be guided again by the medics, and I'll be guided by Tariq. But I think it's given us a big lift to have him back on the grass and to have him back in action.
And in the absence of Johnson Clark-Harris, is Dion Moore knocking on the door at all for a first team call-up?
Well, Dion he's in around us. He played on Tuesday. He played on Tuesday against Pompey. He's been in with the first team for a while now. I've been asking Dion. Obviously, I gave him his debut last season. Was at Doncaster away, so he's been in and around us for a while. So I'm asking him to push on to improve his game. He knows what he needs to do. He knows what he needs to work on. There's also some very, very positive performances. There was also very positive performances the other night in the youth setup. Kieran Phillips will come in. He'll be in the squad this weekend. He'll come and have a first look at the first team today, and tomorrow he'll be in our squad this weekend as well. So it's nice that we have competition. It's nice that we have some young lads knocking on the door. And there's another couple of the youth team boys that played the other night that really caught the eye as well. So that side of the club, and I think I've always said it in anyway, but just to re-emphasise, that side of the club is looking healthy. And hopefully we can get one or two of them through into the first team, and they can forge careers for themselves at this football club.
I totally understood you on Saturday not wanting to make a big deal about the captaincy, but is it a safe bet to presume that Tony will captain the side again on Saturday?
I think you know me by now. There's nothing safe, and I'm not a betting man. But I've not even. I again look. I have to be honest. I have to be straight. I don't look into it the way you guys or our fans or other people might look into it. To be fair, as I said, and all it was just to try and lift the load off Ollie. I've got Ollie Clark in there again this morning, and all he's doing is organising and sorting and planning and getting out in the community and player appearances and all that. I have to try and lift the load off Ollie's shoulders somehow, and we do that. We share the load, and we're managing that. But Ollie just loves the club to death. He just loves the place. He's a proper gas, and he wants the club to be doing well, and he just chucks himself into all that. Even when he wasn't skipper last year, he was doing all that for us. And anyway, but he is what he is. He won't change all. So I'm not, and this is me being honest, I've not actually thought about the captaincy last weekend, and I haven't thought about the captaincy this weekend. I will give it attention in due course, but it's not something I need to be losing sleep over or pulling my hair out. I've got leaders. I've got Ollie, who is the club captain. Tony can step into the breach at any time. As for Saturday, I've no idea. I haven't, and I'm being honest and I'm being genuine. I haven't even given it much thought, to be quite honest.
And for what it's worth, I don't think I'd ever be able to second guess you again the time I've got to know you. Rochdale finally, they lost to Oxford, but before that they seem to have found some form recently.
Yeah, they're a very dangerous team. They're very dangerous. They're possession oriented. They play from the back. They got some good players. They play with that bit of freedom. They score some goals. They're a very dangerous team, a very dangerous opponent, and we need to get our game plan right. We need everybody on that bus. We need everybody's head, the focus, and everybody's attention going into this, because this will be a game that the lads will probably get a little bit more detail than they normally do. So I need the lads' full focus and full attention over the next 2-3 days. Very dangerous opponent. Yeah.
See you at Scotland. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.